It's like you're like 5 days late on 1 month's payment, and then they think that they can call you 12 times a day. And I told them, I said, if you call me, I just won't pay the shit. Like, you interrupt my things. Anyway, sorry about that. Comcast, I'm a few days. What's that? 3 arrests and the police are what? They're letting the trailers in. But there's nobody to load them up. It's kind of pointless. So I heard there's 3 arrests, so I guess this is where I'm supposed to be, right over here. So here we arrive, yes. Yeah, fuck Comcast. What the hell do these jerkwads think they're doing? Freedom of the press, sir. I don't see a yellow police line that says do not cross, therefore you have to let me pass. Excuse you. Dude, I'm sick of this shit. First Amendment. You cannot do that. It says that I cannot cross a police line without a police authorized trespass, but it doesn't say anything about going around you guys. We need more people down here at, there's what, maybe a dozen riot cops. There's nobody to load them. It's kind of pointless to let them through. We need more people where we're at here. What the hell area is this? So there's no longshore workers. Why the hell are they even going in if they can't load up?
Fucking in there. There was some asshole popping off at me, talking about this is no picket line, this is bullshit, and he had a fucking ILWU pin on.
Hey, James. So it looks like his last name is Cohen, P.D. Cohen, C-O-H-E-N. There's also Jay Coda here, who's been one of the people who I've seen at these things before. Also S.P. Parker, S.P. And R. Betts, R-B-E-T-Z. And the other guy is Armosino, C.A.R.M.O.S.I.N.O. So if anybody's at the plaza, we could definitely use some reinforcements. Here comes Mr. Boots Riley in the house. So they're keeping us here.
Oh, okay. So here's the whole thing. Apparently, 3 or 4 longshoremen got in before this place got covered. So what that would mean is that, so in reality, we didn't have enough people to cover this whole port.
Yeah.
There's, we just covered the ships.
Right.
So that was our strategy. Let's cover the ships because we don't have enough people to cover the whole thing. They stacked up work at all these yards.
Right.
They stacked up work at all these yards, and there was our only hope was getting here before longshoremen got here, so that if we got them sent home,
right. I was talking to this Teamster guys, talking to Kelsey and Arturo.
Yeah.
The next port over is shut down.
What's it at? Ustream.tv/OccupySF.
Madsen is over on 3rd and Market. That's actually operated by Goldman Sachs/SSA. Or SSR.
See, that was another one that was a yard. So we just focused on the ships instead of the yards because we didn't have enough. But we will have enough for the evening shift. So we wanted to just call it a victory based on the ships because we didn't have enough people to cover all of these.
I think what happened was as soon as word got out that the arbitrator shut down this shift, people just bounced back to Oscar Grant. And then, we were super thin. Like there's nobody up there, and we had maybe like 8 people at the worst, like here.
Should I have people tweet for them to show down from the plaza yet?
But here's the thing, is that now that there's containers in there and 4 longshoremen got in there, one, they can only do so much, right? They're gonna load up hoping that at some other time they do it. Just tactically, what we have to do is come back strong for the evening shift, because we can't gather enough people to now move them out of there.
All right.
And we're not going to pull people
James,
out
go to
from there.
BART.gov to find out the
that's
fare. I
only
think it's a
reason
few
why we're
bucks.
saying because we had to work with the numbers that we had that we could pull out, get out here early in the morning.
Right.
And we're going to have a lot more people for the evening.
Yeah, there was like 8, as he was saying, there was like at most 8 of us here, and then all of a sudden there were like 20.
What happened? What was crazy was like we were trying to get a picket line going, and all of a sudden it was like there were two dozen Oakland police physically blocking us from like doing a picket line.
That's what Jing Quan vowed on the news last
How
night.
many people did you have with you?
We had like 8 people.
So that's why you should.
So that's why we got it.
But we should.
All right, so Christopher, if you can get the people from SF, as many as you can, to start heading over here. We definitely need some reinforcements. What we're planning is having the largest contingent when people get off work, it sounds like. So if anybody's at work, just make sure you get down here as soon as you can after work also.
Management guys came out, and they opened up the gate. It wasn't Ports America, it was Oakland police who opened up the gate.
There's no ships here.
Yeah, but I mean, look at all of
There's
this.
no work here.
Well, so what they're doing is they're loading up for the next step, because we sent the longshoremen home, except there are apparently 3 longshoremen snuck in there.
A couple of rogue guys.
So here, the whole tactic is this: we can't pull the people that got.
Yes,
in there
James, go to
out.
West Oakland and then
So
just
the
walk
only thing
straight
we can
down
do
through the
is track down
underpasses.
other ship. They're hoping that they can stack this up
And then hang a right
so
at
that
Maritime.
On the next shift they can
And
they
we're,
can work it.
we're gonna get Madsen, right?
So
'Cause that's
we're
the-
if we had like 1,300 people this morning,
right.
maybe 1,500. So, and because that was at 5 in the morning. So
Right.
the whole idea is to have enough to put a couple hundred on each gate.
All right.
And so that's what we need to do. So yeah, it's different gates that'll be working on this next one. But what they're doing is loading up this whole thing so that they can work it again. And we really can't. We're not planning on shutting this down for a week. So they're gonna do that. We're trying to shut this down today and tonight, and yeah. And so so I don't know. We don't have enough people to move those cops out of here right now.
Right.
And we need to make sure that we can shut down the evening.
All right,
shift.
so the people at
You
the
know,
plaza are
so-
wondering what's happening. Should they stick to their plan to march down at 4?
Yeah,
All right,
definitely.
so stick with your plan at the plaza.
We're trying to get to we have a rally at 3 and then a march back here at 4. So I think that just the main thing that we're dealing with is we didn't have enough people to shut down the whole port.
Right.
We just focused on the ships, the shipyards, and they're trying to be tactical to load up all the ports load up all the yards so that they can work. We gotta.
So it sounds
go
like y'all
back
should
and
stick to the
regroup
plan.
and-
If you're at the plaza, let them know that Boots at the port here, that he's saying stick with the plan to march down at 4. If any strays want to come down here that aren't at the plaza, you're welcome to. But we're planning on a mass picket for the evening time.
Shut down another yard. 3 longshoremen got in here before we had this. And so they're not able to work all this. I mean, they might be able to unload a container. There's no shit. But they're trying to get stuff ready. So for the next time we can let them in that they can work it. So we're gonna come shut down the whole thing. We're coming back we're marching at 4 from Oscar Grant Plaza to shut down the rest of it.
And what's going on is people are calling, telling people to come down here. So what you're doing is you're taking away from the main point of the rally. And we're asking people to come down here, so you're separating the rally and people coming down here.
Yeah, well,
Yes,
I
had to
did
run
that
home for
because I
batteries, so
saw
he's
a
gonna
bunch of
cover the
cops
rally.
in riot gear with bean bag shotguns out. So I mean,
You're not going to shut this down with just
Yeah,
this
but I don't
amount
want
of
my
people.
comrades to get shot
Okay,
in the ass with a beanbag shotgun,
but,
man.
but you're not going to do it with just this amount of people. You need 200 to 300 people to
So
do
I don't
it.
want to turn tail and run from them and let them.
That ain't the point. That ain't the point. That ain't the point. The point is you're not going to shut it down with 12 comrades and 15 comrades and 30 comrades. You need 200 to 300 people. You're not going to shut it down.
Well, I was trying to get 200 to 300 people down here, man.
But then you're taking away from the Oscar Grant Plaza. You're taking away from the
All right, so I got
speakers
confirmation.
by
I'll let
asking
them know
people
to
come
not
down
to
here.
wait till 4
We
o'clock.
organized it for everyone
4
to be at
o'clock
the
we're gonna
plaza.
march
You're going against what
down
we're
here.
doing.
Well, it's understandable that how this came about. A lot of it is miscommunication and not even understanding that we didn't have enough people to shut down the whole thing. So we focused on the yards with the ships, and in the evening we're shutting down. We expecting to have like triple the amount of people.
We're not worried about what they're doing right now. We're worried about coming back this evening and shutting this motherfucker down. Not
Yeah,
right
I
now.
came out because I knew there were no more streams up. So
On the ground here, we didn't know that. We figured there was enough. We had enough folks to just
Well,
split as soon as
here's
they
the
called
other
off
the other
IFWC.
the other part that was the other part that was the other part.
And I apologize.
Christopher Ray wants to know if there's anything they should bring from San Francisco.
Food and coffee.
Food and coffee.
Water.
Water. Some sort of sugar, granola bars, anything like that if you got any food. So I'll be down here covering the port. Spencer should be at the plaza. There's pigeons fighting over a bagel over here. So we'll hold it down over here, give you guys some eyes at the port. Spencer should be at the plaza if he's not there already. So this is the scene here. Let me give you guys another view of the cops who are basically here to block us, and there's not enough of us to take them out yet. So
The victory that we can claim is that the ships that came in, they were not able to load up or unload. You know, what they're doing is stacking these yards so that when we do let the longshoremen in, they're gonna have some work. It's whatever. That we,
What happened in Longview,
Longview, they shut it down. Portland, they shut it down. I've heard Vancouver, they shut it down, but I'm not sure.
I heard
And
Houston was shut down.
I don't know if Houston is big. That would surprise me if they were able to do that.
I heard they got about 200 people there and they were meeting resistance.
Seattle, I haven't heard any confirmation on that. LA, you know, LA is a 30-mile port, but they were working with the truckers there who were blocking some of it. So LA, they were focusing on the SSA.
So Michael's asking for an estimate on how many people are here right now. Let me just back up and give you a little view. There's probably a couple dozen, maybe 3 dozen at the most, between 2 and 3 dozen so far. So this is our little contingent so far. Not enough of us down here. We're waiting for the big wave to show up when they march from the plaza downtown at 4 o'clock. So I'm going to disconnect and reconnect. There's a couple of people that are saying it's really choppy, so let me see if I can get a better signal. Give me about 5 minutes, or not 5 minutes, about 5 seconds, just a few seconds to title my archive.